I also wanted to ask you, because as editor of Forbes Women, I talk to a lot of women. I see a lot of women's circles on social media and on the internet as a whole. And there's become this kind of post-it note movement, if you will, with people writing on post-it notes that they go in bathroom stalls saying, your husband does not have to know how you voted. And it's the supporters of one candidate over another who are saying this. But are you at vote.org getting questions about who sees my ballot and is my ballot really private? Because I don't remember seeing this in prior election cycles, reminding people that their vote is theirs and theirs alone. Can you talk about this movement a little bit?
I think many people out there tend to vote, especially women traditionally have voted sometimes the way their spouses want them to. And it's important in this day and age to remember everyone's voice really matters and everyone has independent thoughts of their own. And so showing up on election day, no one can tell who you voted for. They can only tell if you voted or not. So I think that becomes really important, and everybody realizing that they have agency in the choices that are coming up and that they're going to make, is important. This is a whole new generation of women, and I think there's a lot of fear out there at times that somehow people can tell how you vote or know what you're doing. And it's just absolutely not true. But I think that we get questions about this at vote.org for sure. People want to know if their neighbors can tell if they voted or not. And yes, we can tell if you voted. We cannot tell who you voted for. And I think that's important for everyone to know as they, go to the ballot box this November.
You mentioned some of the down ballot races. It's not just about the presidential race. There are a lot of local elections. If I'm someone who has no clue what the ballot measures are, what my local elections are, what's the best way for me to learn 1 week out?
We have a tool on vote.org. You can go right to our website, and it's called What's on My Ballot. You put your address in, and we can show you everything that's on your ballot, so you can look up everything all the way down to school board race data. You could take the time then to Google around, see the candidates that share your values. And if you want to, you can make your choices and print out a form so you'll have it with you. But our What's on My Ballot tool is really the best way to find out before getting to the voting booth exactly who's running in your local community. And we hope that it's a resource that everyone will share after they use it, share it with your friends and family.
We've covered a lot of ground, but is there anything else the Forbes audience should know about what you're seeing at vote.org, either in terms of the number of people who've registered this cycle or who have already voted and what that means for Election Day?
We're seeing engagement that is much higher than the midterm elections, about double what we saw in the midterm elections, which is a great sign. It means that people are out there participating, voting, and care about what is going on all around this country and at the local level. We hope everyone out there shows up to the polls this year and helps us maintain a strong and healthy democracy. And a strong and healthy democracy just means that we all have the freedom and ability to show up, to vote, and to choose the people who lead us instead of having our leaders choose who can vote. So I think that the biggest thing is long-term, we have to think in this country about how do we get to 80% participation? How do we build systems that make it so that everyone can get through, so people aren't stuck like I am in a 3-hour line trying to vote? Every voting experience should be able to be a half hour or so. So long term, those are some of the things that we all can dig in on. And in the short term, we all, show up. Let's show up this November. It's already happening. The American public's already charged. So I think that the thing is just to continue the momentum.
Andrea Hailey, thank you so much for joining us. We so appreciate your time and your insight at this crucial moment in American politics.
Thank you. Take care.